The modern rustic kitchen has firmly established itself as one of the most sought-after design aesthetics heading into 2025, beautifully balancing the warmth of traditional farmhouse elements with clean contemporary lines. This harmonious fusion creates spaces that feel both timeless and fresh, anchored in history, yet perfectly suited to today's lifestyles. As homeowners increasingly seek sanctuary spaces that provide both comfort and sophistication, the modern rustic kitchen offers an ideal solution that celebrates natural materials and craftsmanship while embracing innovative technologies and streamlined functionality.
Welcome to Cozy Living. Here, we talk all things about home design, outdoor design, and creating beautiful functional spaces. Let's dive in.
Five stunning modern rustic kitchen ideas for 2025 to inspire your dream remodel or farmhouse-inspired makeover. What sets 2025's modern rustic kitchens apart from their predecessors is a more refined approach to combining contrasting elements. Rather than simply placing industrial fixtures in a country setting, today's designers are thoughtfully integrating materials, textures, and forms to create cohesive spaces where every element serves both aesthetic and practical purposes. The result is kitchens that feel intentionally designed rather than randomly assembled. Spaces where weathered wood beams might frame sleek quartz countertops, or where handcrafted ceramic tiles meet precision-engineered smart appliances in a dialogue between past and present. As we explore five stunning modern rustic kitchen ideas that are defining the aesthetic in 2025, you'll discover approaches that can be adapted to homes of any size or architectural style. Whether you're planning a complete renovation or looking to incorporate modern rustic elements into your existing kitchen, these concepts offer inspiration for creating a space that feels both current and timeless. A kitchen that will serve as the warm, welcoming heart of your home for years to come. 1. Minimalist farmhouse. Clean lines meet rustic warmth. Transform your kitchen with essential beauty. The minimalist farmhouse revolution. The minimalist farmhouse kitchen has emerged as a defining approach to modern rustic design in 2025, stripping away ornate details and unnecessary elements to create spaces focused on essential beauty and function. This aesthetic pairs the honest simplicity of traditional farmhouse kitchens with the intentional restraint of minimalist design philosophy. The result is a kitchen that feels both warm and spacious, where every element serves a purpose and contributes to the overall harmony. Cabinetry features clean, straight lines without elaborate moldings or hardware, while natural materials like wood, stone, and metal are celebrated for their inherent textures rather than decorative embellishments. Earth-inspired color palettes. The new neutrals transforming minimalist farmhouse kitchens. Color palettes in minimalist farmhouse kitchens have evolved beyond the all-white schemes of previous years to embrace a more nuanced approach. Muted earth tones, clay, oatmeal, moss, and stone create subtle depth while maintaining the serene, uncluttered feeling essential to this aesthetic. These restrained palettes allow the natural character of materials to take center stage, with variation in wood grain, stone veining, and metal patinas providing visual interest without busy patterns or high contrast elements. Tip: to achieve the minimalist farmhouse balance, focus on quality over quantity and choose multifunctional pieces that reduce visual clutter. Consider shaker-style cabinetry with simplified hardware in matte black or aged brass for a clean look with historical references. Products like Rejuvenation's Canfield Pull and Oil Rub Bronze offer understated hardware that complements the aesthetic, while Waterworks' Keystone Farmhouse Sink in white fire clay provides the classic farmhouse element with crisp, architectural edges that work beautifully in minimalist contexts. Two, Japanese wabi-sabi farmhouse, finding beauty in imperfection. The philosophy of imperfection, how wabi-sabi is transforming modern rustic design. The Japanese wabi-sabi farmhouse kitchen represents one of the most sophisticated developments in modern rustic design for 2025, combining Eastern philosophical principles with Western farmhouse traditions. This approach celebrates the beauty of imperfection, transience, and authenticity, finding poetry in weathered surfaces, irregular forms, and materials that reveal their age and history. Rather than trying to create perfectly distressed or artificially aged elements, these kitchens incorporate genuinely time-worn materials and handcrafted items whose irregularities tell stories of their creation and use. The result is spaces with soul and depth that feel collected rather than decorated. Kitchens that encourage mindfulness and appreciation for subtle beauty in everyday moments. Ancient wood techniques reimagined, show sugiban and beyond in contemporary kitchens. Wood treatment in wabi-sabi farmhouse kitchens often references traditional Japanese techniques reimagined for contemporary contexts. Show sugiban, charred wood, appears on accent walls or hood surrounds, its blackened, textured surface contrasting beautifully with smoother elements while offering natural rot resistance. Hand-planed cypress or cedar reveals tool marks that catch light in fascinating ways throughout the day. Tip: to incorporate authentic wabi-sabi elements, Seek out work from artisans practicing traditional crafts rather than mass-produced items designed to look handmade. Consider commissioning a local woodworker to create an open shelving system using traditional joinery techniques, or invest in kitchen pottery from studios like Hazami Porcelain that blend Japanese tradition with contemporary function. For a distinctive focal point, explore a real Alaska sculptural wooden panels created using reclaimed woods with natural checking and character that perfectly embody wabi-sabi principles while functioning as practical backsplashes or accent walls in modern rustic settings. Three, industrial farmhouse fusion. Raw materials meet rural charm. Exposed elements with purpose, elevating industrial components in rustic settings. The industrial farmhouse fusion kitchen continues to evolve in 2025, moving beyond superficial combinations of barn doors and factory pendants toward more sophisticated integration of industrial elements within rustic frameworks. This approach celebrates the honest functionality of both farmhouse traditions and industrial production, pairing raw, unfinished materials with warm rustic elements to create spaces with depth and character. Structural components that would typically be concealed are intentionally exposed and celebrated. Steel support beams, concrete floors with visible aggregate, pipes and ductwork with practical beauty. These industrial elements are balanced by the warmth of reclaimed wood, vintage textiles, and handcrafted details that prevent the space from feeling cold or institutional. Metal mastery. How multiple finishes create depth in industrial farmhouse kitchens. Metal plays a crucial role in industrial farmhouse kitchens, appearing in multiple forms and finishes to create visual interest while referencing both agricultural and manufacturing heritage. blackened steel range hoods with exposed rivets serve as sculptural focal points. Patinated copper or zinc countertops develop living finishes that record the kitchen's use patterns over time. Wire mesh cabinet fronts reference traditional pie safes, while displaying curated collections of stoneware or glassware. Tip: when implementing industrial farmhouse elements, focus on authentic materials with natural aging properties rather than mass-produced, distressed items. For a statement piece that anchors the industrial farmhouse aesthetic, consider custom steel window frames from Portela or Bliss Nor-Am that reference factory architecture while creating dramatic sightlines to outdoor spaces. Four, Scandinavian rustic. Nordic simplicity meets cabin comfort. Lightwood revolution. How Nordic design is brightening modern rustic kitchens. The Scandinavian rustic kitchen has gained significant traction in 2025, offering a compelling alternative to more traditional American farmhouse interpretations of rustic design. This aesthetic draws from Nordic design principles: simplicity, functionality, connection to nature, while incorporating the textural warmth associated with rustic spaces. The result is kitchens characterized by clean lines and thoughtful organization that still feel inviting and comfortable rather than austere or minimal. Lightwood tones predominate, with pale ash, birch, and white oak creating bright, airy spaces that maximize natural light. a crucial element in Scandinavian countries with long, dark winters. These lighter wood species are often wire-brushed or lightly sericed to enhance their natural grain patterns without darkening the overall palette. Creating calm through color, the strategic restraint of Scandinavian kitchen palettes. The color strategy in Scandinavian rustic kitchens centers on a restrained palette that creates a sense of calm while allowing natural materials to shine. Walls and cabinetry typically feature soft whites and light neutrals that reflect available light, while carefully chosen black accents provide graphic punctuation that gives the eye a place to rest. Color appears as subtle undertones: the blush pink of untreated pine, the soft blue-gray of weathered wood, the warm beige of natural linen, rather than bold statement hues. Tip: to achieve the perfect balance of Scandinavian simplicity and rustic warmth, incorporate natural textiles that add softness without fussiness. Consider Verso Design's finished wool felt trivets and pot holders that combine traditional craft techniques with modern minimalist forms, or Lapuan Kankorit's linen kitchen towels woven in Finland using traditional methods. For cabinetry that perfectly captures this aesthetic, look to Semi-Handmade's DIY shaker fronts in bleached white oak or birch slabs that pair with IKEA cabinet boxes for an accessible price point while delivering authentic Scandinavian rustic appeal. Organic, modern, biophilic elements in rustic settings. Bringing nature indoors. How biophilic design is redefining rustic kitchens in 2025. The organic modern kitchen represents one of 2025's most compelling interpretations of rustic design, centered on the principles of biophilic design that strengthen our connection to nature. These spaces blur the boundaries between indoors and outdoors through thoughtful incorporation of natural elements, living components, and materials that reference the surrounding landscape. Large windows frame garden views, becoming living artwork that changes with the seasons. Indoor herb gardens and carefully placed houseplants bring life and movement to the kitchen while improving air quality and providing culinary ingredients. Natural light is prioritized through skylights and strategic window placement, reducing dependency on artificial illumination while creating spaces that shift and evolve throughout the day. Sustainable kitchen materials, eco-friendly choices that don't sacrifice beauty. Materials in organic modern rustic kitchens are selected for both their aesthetic qualities and their environmental credentials. Reclaimed wood flooring reveals the character marks of its previous life while giving new purpose to existing resources. Tip: when designing an organic modern kitchen, prioritize materials with transparent sourcing and authentic eco-credentials, rather than those that merely mimic natural elements. Consider incorporating a small indoor garden wall using systems like Lettuce Grow's farm stand hydroponic system, which allows for year-round herb and vegetable growing in a sleek vertical format that complements modern rustic aesthetics. Conclusion: the modern rustic kitchen of 2025 represents a thoughtful evolution of an enduring aesthetic, one that continues to resonate deeply because it balances our desire for authenticity and tradition with our need for efficiency and convenience. By thoughtfully integrating elements from minimalist design, Scandinavian sensibilities, industrial heritage, Japanese wabi-sabi philosophy, and contemporary technology, today's modern rustic kitchens create spaces that feel simultaneously timeless and current. They acknowledge our collective yearning for spaces with soul and history, while recognizing that kitchens must function seamlessly for today's busy households.